Hello students, welcome to Smart World School of Complete Learning. And today's topic is natural regions, which is your chapter 6, and here it starts. So there is a chart given to you in which you have to tick the boxes in the pictures using the index. ठीक है, and the index is given to you on the page number on the next page. So this is like this. You have to mark a tick in the box if you have used or experienced that thing. Second, you have to mark a star if you have just seen that thing, or you have to mark a cross if you don't know about it. So see the pictures. What are these? It's a sort of tree house in the first row tells you about the type of housing. Second is about the clothing. Third is about the flora and fauna, and fourth is about the food. So the first is about a tree house. If you have used or seen or experienced it, just mark a tick. If you have only seen it, mark a star, or if you don't know about it, mark a cross. Next is a building, then an igloo, then a normal house. Normal in the house, do matlab 2 or 3 story house. So mark accordingly. In the clothing, there first in the clothing, one is, you can see the different sorts of clothing. There are men in one dress only, in the dhoti kurta, in kurta pajama, in pant and shirt, women in sari, and so in flora and fauna it is given to you like a fox, a camel, type of tree and forest. Next is food. First is a full thali, another is pizza, next is other snacks, I think it's South Indian, and fourth one is, it's not clearly visible, fourth one is non-veg, I guess. So on the basis of the selection you have done and the questions given below, arrange the discussion in the class. Okay, the discussion is about the questions are, which are, why are all the house types shown in the pictures not seen in our surroundings? Why are all the house, keep mind it's talking about all, not only one. So if you think that you have seen one or two type of house and not a, so you can write that I have seen. No, you have to mark as all four. Okay, if the question is asking about all the four together. Next is, which are the regions where such types of houses are found? Another is, would you like to stay in the house built of ice? Why don't we build such houses if you want to, or if you don't want to? Why? What brings about differences in people's clothing? Where do you think cubes, insects, and ants also form a part of the diet of the people? Can the animals from the polar regions, like polar bears and penguins, be kept in tropical zoos? Are all the plants shown in the pictures found in our surroundings? If not, where do you think they can be found? There exist a large number of different things in the world that those we see in our surroundings. If we see different educational and informative TV programs about wildlife, we become curious to know more about this wildlife. Why is this wildlife not seen in our areas? Why are they not similar to the things in our areas? What causes this difference? Let us try to find out reasons behind them all. This is something different, no? Yes. Now in this start of pictures, you are not given with the category. Like in the previous one, it was like housing, clothing, flora, fauna, though it is in the same manner, but it has not mentioned the category, so mark accordingly. Geographical explanation. There are differences in terms of landforms, climate, soils, etc. in different parts of the world. This difference is mainly due to the availability of sunlight and water in that region. The availability of sunlight and water keeps on changing from the equator to the poles. You have studied this in the previous standards. Differences in landforms, climate and soil greatly influence the flora, fauna and human life, and give rise to various variations in the biodiversity in different parts of the world. On the other hand, there are similarities of climate, vegetation and animal life in different continents that spread between certain latitudes. These similarities stand out as the distinctive features of these regions. As these regions stand out on the basis of natural factors, they are called the natural regions. The natural environment of such regions affect the living world, including human beings. And the entire land area on the earth can be divided into these natural regions. Let us try to understand their distribution with the help of maps and tables given in this lesson. Okay, so what is this table all about? It is about the region, type of region, location and extent, and the climate there. It is the first region is it is talking about is tundra region. Tundra region. The location and extent of tundra region is it lies between 65 degree to 90 degree parallels in the Greenland and Canada and North Europe, North and Asia. The climate it requires is it exists in mean summer temperature 10 degrees Celsius, mean winter temperature approximately minus 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, and mean around rainfall is 25 to 300 millimeter. It is very cold climate there. Second type of region is taiga region. The location and extent of taiga region is approximately between 55 degree and 65 degree north parallels from, and it lies between from Alaska to the Atlantic coast and the parts of Asia. The climate here is summer temperature is between 15 degree to 20 degrees Celsius. Water temperature is below 0 degrees Celsius. Mean annual rainfall between 300 and 500 millimeter, and rainfall in summer, snowfall in winter. Third is grasslands. The location and extent of grasslands is it lies between 30 degree and 55 degree north and south parallels in the interior parts of the continents. It is found in steppes of Eurasia, vales of South Africa, pampas of South America, prairies of North America, downs of Australia, and etc. The climate here is as summer temperature is around 27 degrees Celsius, winter temperature is around below 0 degrees Celsius, mean annual rainfall 400 to 600 millimeter, and rainfall mostly occur during summer. Fourth is hot desert region. The location and extent is like it's between 20 degree and 30 degree north and south parallels, and it is found in the western parts of the continents like Sahara, North America, Colorado, Colorado of North America, Atacama of South America, Kalahari of South Africa, and Thar, Asia. Mean summer temperatures is 30 degree to 45 degrees Celsius. Mean winter temperature is 20 degree to 25 degrees Celsius. Mean tremendous heat and very low rainfall is found here, and nights are very cool. Fifth is grasslands. The location and extent is as between 5 degree to 20 degree north and south parallels in both the hemispheres, and it is found in savanna of Africa, Queensland of Australia, the parkland of Africa, Llanos and Campos of South America, and other grasslands. The climate is like summer temperature around 35 degrees Celsius, winter temperature is around 24 degrees Celsius, rainfall around 250 to 1000 millimeter, and hot and humid summer, warm and dry winter is there. Last is equatorial region. Equatorial region location and extent is like between 5 degree north and 5 degrees south of the equator. It is found in Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Guinea, Congo Basin, Amazon Basin. And the climate is like summer temperatures around 30 degrees Celsius. Annual rainfall falls between 2500 and 3000 millimeter. High heat and rainfall throughout the year, and because of the hot and humid climate, vegetal litter decomposes leading to disease. Next table the given is about natural vegetation, animal life and human life. Natural vegetation life is like short-lived vegetable life, short grass, small shrubs, flowers, lichens and moss. There, animal life is of about is like you can find reindeer and caribou there, polar bears, foxes, walrus and seal, animals with soft and thick fur. Okay, and human life there is hunting, hunting and fisheries, high tents, igloo houses, use of sledges, Eskimo people, tough life is there for the people. Okay, if we talk about the natural vegetation of coniferous forest, their leaves are narrow, pointed, branches leaning towards the ground. Wood is light and soft. Spruce, pine, fir, redwood, etc. are the examples of the coniferous trees. Coniferous forest. Animal life there is have soft and thick fur. Examples are caribous, elks, ermine, beavers, silver fox, mix, bears, etc. Human life is less there. Lumbering and hunting are major occupations with few agrarian activities. If we talk about natural vegetation, where extensive grass ranches are seen, short grasses are growing in lumps, grasses gets dry up in water. Then examples are of natural vegetation is elder, popular trees are found. Animal life there is wildlife, which includes deer, horses, dogs, wolves, bisons, rabbits, hares, kangaroos, dingoes, etc. And domesticated animals like sheep, goat, cattle, horse, donkeys are also found. Human life about human life there is like rearing animals is the main occupation. Earlier people had a nomadic life. They lived in high tents. Kurdish people are no more nomadic, now stay in well built houses and they grow wheat there. In the natural vegetation like thorny bushes with hardly any leaves, leaves are narrow, oily and have thick bark. Once moisture in soil is consumed, plants die. Like in cactus, sisal, palm, date palm, etc. Animal life is like camels there which who can survive for days without water. Number of animals living on the ground is less. Daytime live inside the ground. Like uh, examples of the animal life there is snakes, rats, lizards, scorpions, etc. Domesticated animals like horse, donkeys, sheep, oxen, etc. About human life is like Bedouinians who are from Sahara, Bushmen from Kalahari, Aborigines from Australia. Most of the needs get fulfilled through animals there. Agriculture is confined to river valleys and oases. In the other natural vegetation type, there is tall and thick grass. Height of grass is around 6 meter, which is called an elephant grass because it's too high. Trees are rare there and have umbrella like canopy. Canopy is like a type of balcony, something which is made by tree leaves naturally. Examples are acacia, agave, sisal, pineapple, cactus, etc. Animal life there is like large number of herbivorous and carnivorous animals. Nature has gifted them with speedy legs. Skin of the animals has colorful spots or striped bands. And examples of animals are lion, cheetah, hyena, wolf, zebra, giraffe, elephant, rhino, wolf, wild ox, buffalo, etc. And about the human life is like houses are simple with mud walls and thatched roof without windows, short in height. The houses are short in height and dome shaped huts called kraals. Hunting and raiding are the main occupations. Like examples who live there, our main tribes include Zohu, Hosa, Masai, etc. The last type of natural vegetation is like dense evergreen forest where there is variety of tree and bushes, and swampy land is found. The trees are tall and hardwooded like mahogany, greenheart, rosewood, and ebony. Animal life there is having a great variety. In marshy lands, crocodiles, anaconda, and hippopotamus, etc., can be found. Animals and birds living on a tree, like example chimpanzee, gorilla, hornbills, etc., and poisonous insects such as tease fly. About the human life is like human settlements are very few. Human life is dependent on the nature. Population is mostly tribal. Houses are built on the trees. Like tribes who live there are like Pygmies from Africa, born Boro Indians, Simang, etc. So you see the two tables. First one was about the region and the location and climate of it, and next was about natural vegetation and animal and human life there. So, the natural regions given in the table are found in specific latitudinal extents between the equator and the poles. Availability of water and temperatures found there determine the location and extent of these regions. Besides the regions mentioned above, there are some more regions which stand out due to local conditions. They are the monsoon, the Mediterranean, and the Western European regions. While the monsoon and West European regions stand out because of specific winds blowing there, the Mediterranean region is known for its rainfall in winters. These are described in the table below. Okay, in this table, you are given with the three type of region: monsoon, Mediterranean, and West European, and you are being told about the land and areas, climate, natural vegetation, animal life, and human life of these areas. So let's complete about the monsoon region only. The location and area about the monsoon region is like north and south of the equator between 10 degree and 30 degree north and south parallels. Areas are Indian subcontinent, Philippines, West Indies, North Australia, South East Africa, and America, etc. I don't know what's that. See, climate there is like summer temperatures between 27 degree and 32 degree Celsius. Winter temperature is from 15 degree to 24 degree Celsius. Rainfall is about 250 to 25 millimeter. Areas get rains in specific seasons from southwest monsoon. Rainfall is highly variable and distribution is quite uneven. Natural vegetation is semi evergreen and deciduous forest. Vegetation depends on the distribution of rainfall. Banyan, people, teak, sal, sesam, sandalwood, chichona, bamboo, acacia, shrubs, grasses are the natural vegetation you can find there. Animal life is like wild animals such as tigers, lions, leopards, cheetah, elephant wolves, boars, monkeys, snakes, peacocks, etc. And domesticated animals there is cattle, goat, and horses. Human life is large in number of small hamlets. Considerable difference in diet and costumes you can find there. Population is mostly involved in primary occupation and main occupation is agriculture. This was about monsoon region. Next is Mediterranean region. The location and area is like extends between 30-degree and 40-degree parallels in both the hemisphere on the western side of continents. Portugal, Spain, Algeria, Turkey, California, Central Chile, Southwest and Northeast Australia, etc. Climate is like dry summer and rainfall in the winters. Mean summer temperature from 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. Winter temperature is between 10 degrees Celsius and 14 degrees Celsius. Mean annual rainfall is 500 to 1000 millimeter, and it rains in winter there. Natural vegetation is thick, small and oily leaves you can found there on the bark of olive, coconut and olive, oak and chestnut. Grass in low rainfall regions, in coniferous forest in mountainous regions are there. Animal life is like due to animal husbandry, domesticated animals are found in large numbers like goat, sheep, cow, mules, horses, etc. And last, the human life is seat of Greek and Roman civilizations. Main occupation is agriculture and mostly fruit and flower cultivation is done. Wheat and wheat products from the staple diet and colorful costumes. Last region is West European region. The location is like located in western parts of continents between 45 degree and 65 degree north and south parallels. It is far it the region the areas under region is are Norway, Denmark, Ireland, British Columbia, South Chile, New Zealand, etc. The climate is mean summer temperature around 20 degrees Celsius, mean winter temperature around 5 degrees Celsius, mean rainfall between 500 and 2500 millimeter. Rainfall mostly in the form of cyclones associated with westerlies. It rains throughout the year and climate is mild. If we talk about natural vegetation, this is like green grasses all the year round. Trees shed their leaves in winter. Coniferous trees and short grasses, there are oak, beech, maple, elm, pine, spruce, poplar, etc. Animal life, if we talk about, is like because of animal husbandry, domesticated animals is in large number, and wild animals include wolves, foxes, bears, etc. Human life is like industrious and enthusiastic people live there. They have been mainly sailors or explorers using woolen clothing. The people achieved progress in secondary and tertiary sectors too. Besides the 9 regions given in the table, there are certain distinctive regions which stand out because of their specific continental location. For example, the China type region, St. Lawrence region, etc. For this, you can see regions in figure 6.1. Figure 6.1. So, figure 6.1 is a map which tells you about the natural regions of the world. See the map, it has shown you the different continents and the oceans both. Also the index, in the index you can see different shades are showing different type of regions. The dark green is showing you the equatorial region, which you can found in the south, in some part of the South America and Africa too. Okay, so this is equatorial region. This one, this, these small things, these are the equatorial. Okay, and the grasslands in the torrid zone is of the light one shade. Again in the South America, few part of Africa too. Okay, yes. The third green is monsoon region. This region is the monsoon region. Yes, this one. In the this region and few part of the Australia. You can see it, right? Yes. So another is hot desert region, Mediterranean. So this way you can see this. And now answer the following questions after studying the above map carefully, like how I have shown you. So the first question is, which natural regions are found in India? Find your country and see which natural regions are found there. Which continent comprises a major portion of the hot desert type region? Another is, which continent has the highest diversity in terms of the natural regions? Why are there fewer natural regions in the southern hemisphere than those in the northern hemisphere? Which natural region occupies the largest area in the world? Where else do we find conditions similar to the continent of Antarctica? And through which natural regions does the prime meridian pass? So these are the few questions you have to answer by observing and looking at this map above, which talks about natural regions of the world. So ask the following questions again. Which natural region consists of short-lived vegetation? In which natural regions will you find the kraals? Which region has winter rains, and in which natural region there are gorillas and chimpanzees found? In which natural regions is the land surface in the forest devoid of vegetation? The second last is, which region favor dairy farming and which region is favorable for fruit production? Think about it. Why are the animals like lions not found in the equatorial forest? Think about it, okay? As one travels from the equator to the poles, the spectrum of biodiversity narrows down. This leads to the issue of availability of natural resources. Mark the term resources. This adversely affects human occupations. In monsoon regions, agriculture and allied activities from the main occupation of the people. In equatorial regions, occupations like gathering of gum, honey, rubber, lark, etc. are all based on forest produce. Taiga is a softwood forest, therefore, lumbering is the main occupation there. In tundra regions, the main occupation is hunting and fishing. Extensive farming is undertaken in grasslands nowadays. Significant differences are found in the environment and available resources in different natural regions. The use of resources is dependent on that region's progress in science and technology. Similarly, the history and cultural organization of that place also affects the life of the people. Think that why are the hot deserts mainly located along the western side of the continents? Think. Think, why are people in the hot deserts engaged mostly in animal rearing only? Why do people in hot deserts live a nomadic life? And why carnivorous animals found in the grasslands? Always remember, not only human life but the entire living world on the earth depends on the available natural resources. Hence, while utilizing these resources, we must think of all the living organisms. The concept, the earth is one single family, will become a reality only if we do that. Do you know about 25% of the deserts on the earth are sandy deserts? Many of the deserts are occupied by rock exposures or covered by stony waste and pebbles. Some have high hills with narrow rocky pinnacles. Deserts like Ladakh in our country or Arizona in the United States of America are of this type. Strong winds blowing in the desert lift and deposit sand to make sandy hills or sand dunes. Some dunes can be as high as 200 meters. These hills do not remain stationary but keep moving slowly under the influence of winds. At times, villages get buried under them. They are so high. So, your exercise starts. The first question is about reading the following statements carefully and correct the wrong ones and write them down. The first statement is, Due to its mild and warm climate, people from West European region are not energetic. Second is the prairie region. The prairie region is called the wheat basket of the world. Third is the trees in the Mediterranean region have oily leaves and the bark is quite thick. There is high rate of transpiration. The fourth point is the camel. Is that the camel is an important animal of the hot desert region as it can survive without water and is useful for transport. Fifth is carnivorous animals like tigers and lions are found in large numbers in the equatorial regions. Read these five sentences and see which are the wrong ones. So you have to write the wrong ones correctly in your notebook. Question 2 is about giving geographical reasons for the following points. First is about people in monsoon region are mainly engaged in agriculture. Why? Trees in equatorial forest grow tall. Why? And vegetation is short-lived in tundra region. Why? Answer the following question. First is what is the latitudinal extent of Taiga region? Name any three herbivorous animals from the Sudan region. What has nature endowed them with for self-protection? And the last, what are the characteristics of the monsoon region? Fourth question is about show the following items on an outline map of the world. Prepare the index. So you are given with the type of with these few items and you have to place it on this given map and make the index. First is Colorado Desert, second is British Columbia, third is Downs grassland, fourth is inhabited part of Greenland, and fifth is Mediterranean Sea. You have to mark these on the map and prepare index. So this brings to the end of the chapter. Read the chapter, understand the points and the concepts, and do the exercise. Thank you.